Hi, sexy ones. It's Dr. Resa, the sexy sexologist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I talk about hot topics and sexy tips and tricks to keep you authentic, real, confident, and being your genuine, true self every day. So today I want to talk about a documentary I'm watching on Netflix, so many freaking platforms that I'm on, and that's what we can all watch. And it's called Disclosure. I wanted to read you what it says on the website for me to make sure. And it's an interesting documentary that I really want to chat about for a moment on my YouTube. So, Disclosure is a documentary on Netflix at this moment, and it is unprecedented, if I can talk, eye-opening at transgender depictions in film and television, revealing how Hollywood simultaneously reflects and manufactures our deepest anxieties about gender. Leading trans thinkers and creatives pretty much talk about it through their experiences and all that. So I also wrote notes to help me remind myself what I want to talk about. So it's about the Hollywood depiction on transgender community and the American culture. And I want to talk about, how as a sexologist, as a sex coach, as being from and living in different cities around America, from Los Angeles to San Diego to San Francisco and now New York, also Chicago. I am a pretty open-minded book. I spend time with all different kinds of walks of life all over the world. And the reason why I'm saying this is when people are in a shell, especially with what we've noticed in the last 2 years, 4 years when Trump was in office, how close-minded people really are. We don't know if we're from a small town, if we're in a religious home and we're only taught what's in that home, the books, the church, the food, the people, and you have this image of other people around, and that's why there's racism and stereotypes, and people are in fear and hate. And I'm really trying to bring more love into my life to be able to exude it to others. Do I have anxiety and hate, and not hate, but say things or think things that I'm like, why would I even think that way? Well, it's what we've been brought up. And a lot of these people don't know because they're brought up that way. And so that's what's the lovely part about these documentaries, why I would love you guys to watch Disclosure. I'm still watching it, but it's a great documentary to understand about the whole transgender and the story. And if you don't understand any of it, this is such a good way to tip your toes into learning something that you just don't understand, and a lot of people don't. And the reason why I say this too is, as a sexologist, I was also a stripper, a sex worker, a sensual masseuse. I'm a sex coach. People want me to be a telephone operator, but now I'll just do cam to cam and videos like this for you. But people stereotype a stripper, a sex worker, a prostitute, a call girl. And the same thing. Yes, they stereotype and ridicule and make fun of, and in what they were watching over the years of TV, you see transgender, that people are scared of them, or that they're made to die in some of these shows, or they would always ask the penis question. Well, if we don't know, we don't know. A lot of people, and so people are curious, and maybe we ask dumb questions. But when I'm a stripper or a sex worker, well, do you have sex with your clients? Do you get naked in front of clients? When I was a stripper, how much money do you make? What's dating like? So I get question after question after question. I mean, it could go deep, and I could write books on it. Same as stories of transgender, and then also anyone who has trauma or life experiences or stories to create. We're all going to have some way. And so what I teach is, yes, labels are good to understand, but it's people are like, are you bisexual, cis, da 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 da, and I'm like, I'm Resa. I love men, I crave men, but I love women. I love transgenders. I love people. Gender fluid has been catching my eye lately on Netflix, or not Netflix, TikTok. And so we all have different eyes, and then when we educate and learn more and really want to understand it in a nice, safe, comfortable, confident kind way, it's a really nice way to, one, meet new people, and it grows you to be so much more enthusiastic and warm to others. Again, I'm a guinea pig. I'm still learning. So, my business is really confidence and consent and yes and no and eye-opening to education and knowledge. And we have this through, so many people walk out the door in fear and then they're in hate and anger mode. Let's start to look at it as positives instead of negatives, because I know my mind and my family and my, peers, it's like you'll hear it, or what's happening, with all around the world. But let's take a breath. Breathe out with me. Shake it out. Shimmy it out. I love that shimmy TikTok guy, a girl, cute, no, guy, he's so cute. And so, we're still learning. We're all guinea pigs with the whole COVID and the vaccine, and now we get to watch these shows, and hopefully we can be more alive, awake, and aware on being kind more and educating ourselves instead of, there's always going to be, no question is a stupid question. I think that is it. And I even fight it. Come on, are you that done? Come on, we have to educate. And me too. So, yes. Please watch my other YouTubes. I talk about all different hot topics. I'm on also OnlyFans and Fan Central and Patreon and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and, oh my God, Facebook, everything you could think of. Dr. Resa, sexy sexologist. Go subscribe and have a sexy striptease Saturday. Bye, guys.